Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Shabdan charged with murder. Music producer Linval Thompson, otherwise called Shabdan, has been charged with 3 counts of murder by the Major Investigations Division after he was positively identified in an identification parade. Thompson was taken into custody by the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force following an operation in St. Catherine South on June 3rd, after he was identified as a person of interest in the triple murder, which occurred in Rose Heights, St. James on May 25th. On the night in question, 5 people were shot when masked men sprayed them with bullets. 1 man died immediately after the shooting, and another 2, a man and a woman, died overnight. Thompson was recently freed of gun charges in April of this year after being arrested in October 2021. According to police reports, members of the Specialized Operations SWAT team searched a vehicle that he and another person was traveling in, and a loaded illegal firearm was found. Both men were subsequently charged and offered bail, with Thompson paid. Thompson has made a name for himself in the music industry and is the owner of Shabdan Records. Vandals cut Flow's fiber optic cables, thousands without service in St. Anne. Vandals has severed Flow Jamaica's fiber optic cables in St. Anne, disrupting the communication and entertainment firm services to its customers in sections of Ocho Rios, St. Anne's Bay, Runaway Bay, Discovery Bay, and its environs. Flow, in a statement Saturday afternoon, said the incident occurred between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. It said broadband, video, and fixed voice services of over 5,000 customers in the area's residential, resort, and commercial communities have been impacted. While this includes financial institutions as well as hotels and other tourism interests, the company has already redirected the network traffic, where possible, to redundant alternate routes, the company stated. This is the 3rd consecutive week that our customers have had this service disrupted as a result of theft and vandalism, said Keon Mitchell, communications director at Flow. These incidents are the latest in a long-standing series of theft and vandalism activities that have continued to plague our business and tens of thousands of our customers, despite comprehensive security measures, Mitchell added. She lamented that such deliberate action and blatant disregard by vandals of the impact of their activities on critical areas such as national security, online learning, e-commerce, and economic growth is greatly troubling. The telecom senior executives further shared that the company had suffered more than 590 incidents of theft and vandalism of copper and fiber cables as well as other network elements in 2021. Since January 2022, the company has recorded more than 250 incidents. The company stated that it has been investing significantly to build out its fiber optic network as it brings connectivity to unserved and undeserved communities across Jamaica under its Mission Connect program. Over the past 2 years, the company has connected over 500 communities to its fiber network. These latest acts of vandalism will cost the company approximately Jamaican $1.5 million to restore service plus revenue losses. Meanwhile, Flow is appealing to members of the public to call the police at 119 or its hotline at 876-922-4357 to report any act of vandalism, theft, arson, or any other such activities that can potentially cause disruptions in its service. St. Elizabeth man charged with several offenses after more than a year on the run. After more than a year on the run, 1 of 5 men who robbed a business establishment in Black River, St. Elizabeth, is to face the court. The man who was captured in an operation in the parish on June 5th will appear in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on June 15 to answer to charges of robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of firearm, and assault at common law. He has been identified as 34-year-old Orlando Robinson, otherwise called OP of Brompton District in St. Elizabeth. It is alleged that in February 2021, Robinson and 4 accomplices, armed with handguns and rifles, held up and robbed persons at the business establishment of $95,000 cash, as well as alcoholic beverages and cigarettes, valued at over $300,000. After his arrest, Robinson was interviewed in the presence of his attorney and later charged. Detectives continue to probe the matter. 18-year-old missing since Wednesday. 18-year-old Lenoir Ballantyne of Manning Hill Road, Kingston 8, has been missing since Wednesday, June 8. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 180 centimeters tall. Reports from the Constant Spring Police are that about 3 p.m. on Wednesday, Ballantyne was seen on Premier Plaza in Halfway Tree, Kingston 10, wearing a multicolored hat, plaid shirt, and blue jeans. He has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Lenoir is being asked to contact the Constant Spring Police at 876-924-1421, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. 13 homeless after Montego Bay fire. 5 children are among 13 people now homeless following a fire along Perry Street in Montego Bay on Friday evening. Reports are that a 2-story building that housed a number of different tenants went up in flames, sending plumes of smoke over sections of the resort city. Residents who were present managed to save a few of their belongings despite the threat of the fire. There are no reports of any injuries. Firefighters reported that they received a call about 6:12 p.m. and responded with 3 units from the Barnett Street Fire Station. They reported that upon arrival, they found the building engulfed. They managed to douse the flames before the fire could further spread. Fire investigators have been dispatched to the scene, but so far the cause of the blaze is still undetermined. The loss is estimated at $20 million, and the building was not insured. Kingston schoolgirl and man charged with illegal possession of gun. The 15-year-old student and a man who were arrested in connection with the seizure of a handgun in Rockford, Kingston on June 6 have been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. The man has been identified as 37-year-old Kevin Lewis, a security officer of Windward Road, Kingston 16. The identity of the student is being withheld, the police said in a statement. The two were arrested about 4:30 p.m. during a vehicular checkpoint operation that was being conducted by members of the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force. During the operation, the driver of a Toyota motor vehicle was signaled to stop. He complied, however, in the process, one male passenger ran from the vehicle and escaped. The vehicle with Lewis and the student were subsequently searched, and one 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 9mm rounds of ammunition was found. The weapon was reportedly found in the girl's school bag. The police say court dates are being arranged for the pair. Wanted man held in Portmore with illegal firearm. A wanted man, 24-year-old Javan Lawrence, otherwise called Pawnee, was captured by the St. Catherine South Police during an operation in Watson Grove, Gregory Park in Portmore, St. Catherine on Friday, June 10. One pistol with a magazine containing 7 rounds of ammunition was reportedly found in the possession of Lawrence, who was previously charged with illegal possession of firearm in the St. Andrew North Division, along with other offences. Lawrence of Watson Grove in the parish also reportedly absconded bail. The operation to arrest Lawrence was conducted about 7 p.m. by a team of officers from the St. Catherine South Division Specialized Operations Branch and the Metro Quick Response Team. 2 other men were also taken into custody during the operation. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Pay cops more to get them out of squatter settlements. Policemen and women who live in squatter settlements have not found favor with Jamaica Police Federation Chairman Corporal Walt James and Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson due to the high level of crime in these areas. Corporal James, in an interview with reporters, said members of the police force and their families can easily become targets, adding that, in order to protect their families, they would have to turn a blind eye to criminal activities which would compromise their positions as law enforcers. Simply put, once you're in a certain neighborhood, your safety and the safety of your family is what lies at the forefront of one's thinking. Consequently, it cannot be that you're going to be effective in an environment where criminals walk around with high-powered weapons, said James. A number of squatter settlements have over the years been a major breeding ground for criminals. According to James, members of the force living in these less than desired communities underscores the need for them to be properly remunerated for the risky and important job they signed up for. Proper remuneration, he added, would give them power to find upstanding communities in which to reside. The issue of police living in informal settlements lent itself to the officer not being effective enough to carry out his or her core functions because they are being placed in a compromising position. That is why it is incumbent that the state remunerates the police officers that they can live in a proper environment. They need to be able to effectively carry out their task without being compromised, said James. Corporal James, when asked, said he had no information on the police being recruited into gangs because of the informal settlement in which they reside. Police Commissioner Anderson, in a press conference earlier this week, said it is undesirable for any of his staff to be squatting. Anderson said some traditional squatter communities have been regularized, but stressed that the solution to the problem of squatting can be found in long-standing costs for the state to pay its agents well. Police officers should be paid sufficiently that they do not have to find themselves living in a squatter settlement, Anderson said. After a relentless campaign by the Jamaica Police Federation, the Supreme Court recently ruled that by March 31, 2023, the government must implement a proper software system to ensure proper and accurate calculations are made to capture and calculate well overdue payments for overtime since 2008. Minister of Finance and the Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark subsequently indicated that government is committed to comply with the orders of the court and said the administration through the Ministry of National Security has started the process of procuring the system for capturing accurately the hours worked by the police. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.